Hello, lovely people, and welcome. This Christmas, I treated myself to a monthly subscription box. The first one to come was this one, which is February. And what it is a subscription service that sends a box of art supplies each month, and they're differently themed. So I thought this would be a fun way to try a bunch of different things and just kind of stretch a little and have something interesting to think about each month. So the February box, I know it's March. Nothing's ever on time in my life. But the February box is this one, and it contained this interesting set of archival ink pens. Um, they are brush pens, brush tip pens, and some Micron uh, black liner pens. The Micron pens are a fine point, fine brush, and a thick brush pen, and then the liquid ink pens. They're kind of neat. They have a little window in the side so you can see the ink sloshing around in there. Came in these 7 colors, a golden yellow, an apple green, 3 shades of blue, a purple, actually a lilac, I think they called it, and a gray. And it came with a set of prompts, and it's geared so that there's a prompt per week, but that's just not going to happen. So the prompts for this month, for February, were, let me see if I can remember what they were. Urban, love, stairway, and what was the third? Old. And so rather than doing one for each, I decided to do a nice, beautiful, I love Victorian houses, Victorian house in the center of the city with buildings around it squeezing in close. I thought it would be fun to use the colors to do the nice, colorful paint job that Victorians have. And so, nice little stairway at the front. I fixed it after this so that it went out both ways so the perspective worked. So one thing I learned about this is that I should not sketch straight lines freehand. My vertical lines lean left as they go up. Oh well. Anyway, after I sketched it all in, I went in with the Micron pens and did the line art. So I went in, this is with a very fine bullet nib pen, just doing all the line art. And I had a lot of fun with this. It was interesting to do, and it's cute. And yeah, that was neat. So these pens that I was using, the colored pens, they are a brush tip pen, and they are specially designed so that if you hold one vertical, point it up, and the one above it point down and touch the tips together, a little bit of the ink from the upper one will bleed into the lower one, and then you can kind of do gradients or stuff like that. So I start trying to do that here with the green, and the first one I got a little too much of the blue into the apple green, but then I got the hang of it pretty quickly. The paper they sent an entire pad of Bristol paper here for this. That's amazing. The ink didn't completely work well with the paper. If you do a little too much, it kind of scrapes it, or the paper lifts a little bit. I found that with the greenery. But it worked pretty well overall, other than that. So I'll probably do a little more with these pens. They're not going to be my absolute medium of choice, but they were definitely very interesting to work with. Yeah. So I went in with kind of a blue theme for the house. The wooden slatting around the windows and decorative on the house is all in the purple, which is really hard to see here. The dark blues and the purple were actually tonally very close to each other, and so it was a little hard to make them stand out. And here I'm using a dark blue with a light blue to try to do the shadows under, in the inset parts to give the difference in depth around the second floor and the bottom floor porch. The second floor balcony and the bottom floor porch. And yeah, this is not something I would have come to without the prompts and without the box. And I think it's pretty neat the way it came out. I decided not to do details on the buildings on each side. I wanted to focus on the house itself. And when it was done with the coloring, I went back in with the black liner pen and define the lines a little bit better. Uh, and yeah, so that's that. So I think it's pretty cute, and I look forward to the other boxes. I've actually gotten the March box. I have not started the artwork with it, but I have the box, and I will get to that sometime soon, I hope. I have been sick. Actually, the whole past month I was sick, and then I got better and went on vacation, and then I came back and got sick again, so I have not had a whole ton of time to get shit done, but, you know, that's life. So yeah, I will be doing the March box, hopefully while it's still March, maybe early April, we will see, and this is going to be fun, spending a year just finding a new surprise every month to play with. So, as always, thank you so much for visiting and listening to my ramblings and watching me learn how to art and play around with different silly things. And take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and be well. Thank you so much.